just in the closing costs. And then in this particular case, I presume there are things, I know for sure there are repairs and deferred maintenance that have to be done almost immediately to make sure that your tenants don't continue to move out of the building. You'll play catch up for a little while, and that'll consume at least $100,000 in my opinion. And then you want a little money for, in case something happens, you want to have a little money tucked away.
Something like this where do all sorts of environmental studies and stuff like that.
Well, we know what the environmental is, and there has been an environmental study done in the last year, so I'll get that updated. The engineering company that did the most recent, somebody tried to buy this last December, and they went as far as doing an environmental report and a mechanical inspection of this building only, not the other 3 properties. But they have that stuff, and they'll update it for not too much money. I think they paid, their fee for that originally was something like $10,000 or $12,000. Maybe we'd buy the updated material for $2,000 or $3,000. Yes.
What's the 10-year study for downtown area to put that project on?
What is the 10-year study for the downtown area? I don't know. Nobody's made one. And by the way, I don't lend much credence to the studies made by government agencies. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. That'd be 15 people with $100,000, see? Or 30 people with 50,000. I'm sorry? Well, they get my undying love. My God. What they'll get is a waterfall like I showed you. They'll get something. They'll get some sort of to be negotiated. And when I say negotiated is I've not offered this to anybody because I don't have it under contract. But my guess is that I will offer a 4% cumulative preferred return. And maybe that will be tied to something. Because right now, interest rates are almost zero, right? So maybe I would tie this to prime or something like that. What's prime right now? 4.25%? 3.25%. Maybe I'd say a point over prime, up to 7% or some number, okay? That's a cumulative preferred return. And then I would start out saying that they got 90% of all the cash flow, if any, over that. And if we got enough to pay that, then I start getting, my sponsor group starts getting 10% of the cash flow. We don't get a preferred return unless we put up money, and we don't get our share of the cash flow until there's enough money to pay these 2 things. That make sense? Mm-hmm. Yes. So do we have an incentive to make sure you get your money? Yeah. If anything were to happen to me, I have X, Y,